Okay, time to talk about that bottom line, right? Matt, I know all of us are looking for some extra money. Some of you actually may have it hiding somewhere in your home.
Always want that extra money, and right now gold is still over $1,600 an ounce. So take a look at the jewelry you have that you might not wear anymore.
A while back, Rachel visited the Gold and Silver Exchange to see what her old gold might be worth.
I did a little cleaning out of my jewelry box, and I got some gold that I probably haven't worn in a couple of decades, and I thought maybe now is a really good time to sell. So we are here at the Gold and Silver Exchange in Grand Rapids, and I secretly wrote down an amount that I thought this might actually equate to. So we're going to go and kind of check it out and see if I can get some value out of this. We're talking with Paul Behan. He's the owner of the Gold and Silver Exchange. Now, Paul, why is it a good time to maybe think about either buying or selling gold right now?
Well, in my opinion, it's a good time to sell, but having been in the business, you would say that. Mm-hmm. But I was a commodity trader for a long time, and we have what we call a parabolic curve where the price of gold has gone virtually into a vertical climb. Technically, what that means is it's at a top.
Really?
At some point in time over the next few months, you will see the metals start to drop. Mm-hmm. And I've never seen the little guy get out at the high. They always end up getting out at the low.
Right, too late.
Right.
And this is actually, the price of gold right now is about double what it was 2 years ago?
That's correct. It was under 700, and now it's basically over 1,400.
That's amazing. Okay, these are things that I've had in my jewelry box for a really long time, and I really don't have any problem getting rid of them because they're things that I don't use, I haven't used for a couple decades, and I don't think I probably will ever use them. And so what is the process when somebody brings the gold in?
Well, we have to determine what the carat weight is. That means 24 carats pure. What percentage of purity does each piece have? Typically, it's 14 or 10 carat. In this case, I could go through the motions of looking under the microscope, but I can already tell these are all 14 karat gold pieces, which means roughly 58.5% pure gold. Mm-hmm. So we have to calculate based upon that how much gold value you have in there. If we're not sure, what we're going to do is we're going to run an acid test where we actually scratch the surface, Dr. Goodwrench, and we will actually go over here, make a mark in the gold, put the appropriate acid on, and then we'll wait and see what the reaction is. Based upon that reaction, we'll know whether or not this is actually 14 karat or not. Mm-hmm. Once having done that, we put it back in our hands, and we go over here to this little scale. It's 32.3 grams. Now, there's 31.1 grams in an ounce, but it's not pure. It's 58.5% pure. So all this has to be calculated into the price, and then we have to make a profit. And the refinery has to make a profit.
Right.
So you end up with, depending on who you're dealing with, a percentage of that. Mm-hmm. So based upon what we have here, let me calculate what we would give you. I understand you wrote down a secret amount.
I did write down the secret amount. So we'll see if it's close. We're hoping it's over, but it could be under.
$577.26.
Wow.
Is that what you thought?
I wrote $300 down.
Well, that's pretty normal.
People are mostly thinking that it's going to be, are guessing lower than they're actually getting.
Pretty much, yes. And the idea here is you have something that's of value that has actually gone up. If you need a little cash, or you just like to have a little extra for a vacation, this is the perfect time to sell. I can sell you gold or I can buy you gold. I'd much rather buy your gold right now because it's so high.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Paul. I know this is really valuable information to our viewers and to myself. The Gold and Silver Exchange. Check it out.
You know, and it's interesting, Rachel's gold was worth almost double what she thought, and her big investment, 8 West viewers will know, this is an 8 West trivia question here, she actually bought a Vitamix with her cash, something we know she uses all
Still
the time.
uses it, loves it. Yeah, and what a nice happy surprise. Double what she thought.
Oh, yeah.
And one thing to add, the Gold and Silver Exchange does take gold-filled items, and not all places do. If you're unsure about any items, just bring them in. The Gold and Silver Exchange has 3 locations, one in Grand Rapids near the Woodland Mall, the other in Jenison on Cottonwood in Baldwin, and the other in Greenville inside the Meijer store.
They also buy silver, sterling silver, platinum, and gold and silver coins. Very fascinating. You get quite an education there, and if you've got some tucked away, could be worth it.
Just kidding.
Come on, stop it. We'll be right back. You're bad.
Are you West?